communication station on Space to Ground.
Welcome to Space to Ground. I'm Josh Byerly. The space station crew has been busy this week unloading a lot of the cargo that was delivered aboard Orbital Science's Cygnus. The vehicle, carrying more than a ton of supplies, arrived this past weekend and will be unloaded over the next couple of weeks. The crew will then start packing Cygnus full of stuff they no longer need. The vehicle will depart the station on February 18th and head toward a destructive re-entry in Earth's atmosphere. One of the experiments that was on the orbital flight looks at how bacteria grow in space. We've learned that bacteria grow like crazy in microgravity, to the point that it's difficult to combat them with antibiotics. The Antibiotic Effectiveness in Space Number 1 experiment, or AES-1, looks at why these microorganisms are so resistant. What is it about being up there that allows them to grow so well? And how can we figure out how to fight this growth both in space and here on Earth? Another piece of science flown on Cygnus called Spheres of Slosh actually looks at rocket fuel. As you can imagine, when rockets launch, the fuel inside tends to slosh around. The experiment will use the bowling ball-sized satellites on board to figure out exactly how this fuel moves.
So this experiment is giving us all of the test data that we're hoping to use to simulate what happens to the propellant tanks on our vehicles.
This could not only lead to better rocket design, but also to better fuel efficiency in our cars and trucks here on the ground. Geeks and gamers ask us, what's the upload and download speed in space right now? I'm guessing fiber isn't an option. Well, considering the space station is 260 miles high and traveling pretty fast, that would have to be one long fiber cable. So we use NASA's communication satellites, which are more than 20,000 miles up in the sky. There are actually several different ways we relay data, but the highest rate is on the KU band system, with downlink speeds up to 300 megabits per second. Make sure you send us your questions and comments using the hashtag Space2Ground. We'll see you next week.